met a little girl with a messy little face.
Hi Aquarius, welcome to January 2015, and what a year it's going to be. Now, you'll be feeling pretty good on New Year's Day because the moon is in your sister sign, Gemini, and that rules the area of life for you that has to do with having fun, true love, romance, creativity, creative self-expression. So you're feeling good. And Venus enters your sign on January 3rd. And whenever we have Venus in our own sign, we look better, we feel better, life is better. So enjoy having Venus there. She'll be there all month. She goes into Pisces on the 27th, and then she'll increase your income at the end of the month. So you look marvelous, darling, says Venus in Aquarius. And it's a wonderful time to do a makeover, get your hair done, do anything that makes you feel good about yourself, you know, inner makeover, beauty makeover, fabulous time, fabulous. And then Mercury enters your sign on the 4th. So, you know, you're going in feeling really strong and empowered. You have Venus in your sign, you have Mercury now in your sign on the 4th. Where it gets intense is on the 4th is the Cancer full moon. So we have our first full moon of the year in Cancer, and it's pulling in the Pluto-Uranus because the moon is at 14 degrees 31 minutes Cancer, the sun's at 14 degrees 31 minutes Capricorn, sitting next to Pluto, who's almost at 14 degrees. Uranus, your ruling planet, is direct now. It's almost at 13 degrees, and it's forming a powerful T-square to the moon and the sun and Pluto. So for you, it's really behind the scenes. Watch your control issues, because you may feel like a control freak at this moon where you want to control everything and that you feel that things need to be controlled. Remember that your strong qualities are objectivity, tolerance, and detachment, so that you don't get caught up in this very emotional moon that's got Pluto and Uranus activated. Pluto and Uranus have been on and very strong in December, will be strong in January, February, March, April, because they go exact March 17th for the final pass. But the faster moving planets keep pulling them into each other and, you know, exaggerating their energies, so that we're all feeling this heavy intensity when the faster moving planets, the sun, the moon, the Mercury, the Venus, the Mars, you know, activates Pluto and Uranus. So for you, it's not so much about you. Capricorn is 12 signs from you, so it's really behind the scenes. Cancer rules your health, well-being, and vitality. So if you start to feel like this need to control everything, detach, go for a walk, go for a swim, go for a bike ride, go out, let the wind wash it off, let the wind blow it off, and, you know, come back to your center, because it will be intense with that energy ongoing. And for you, you know, it can bring up, you know, insecurities. And so when we feel insecure, we like to control, you know, but control is an illusion. And it's not your nature to be that way. Your nature is more of one of reason and objectivity. And so remember that. And these energies pass. They come in like waves and they're out again. You know, so we can be washed over with, you know, anxiety or fear or something. And then the next day you get up and you're fine. You know what I mean? Like, so don't be attached to what's happened in any one given moment or day. Know that tomorrow is another day. I'm thinking of Scarlett. I'll think about that tomorrow. I can't think about that today. So if it comes up, especially around this Cancer moon, detach. Now, Mars enters Pisces on the 12th. and then it squares Saturn on the 15th and merges with Neptune on the 19th. This is a message from the universe to embrace your softer side, to embrace your feminine side. We live in a world that worships the masculine and conquering and achieving. When we meet someone, we never say, well, who are you? Tell me about yourself. It's always, what do you do? What do you do? And so with the warrior action planet in a sign that is feminine and sensitive and deeply spiritual, it's the universe saying, hey, embrace the softer side of life. Embrace the softer side of you. Embrace your feminine side, right? Women are feminine on the outside, masculine on the inside. Men are masculine on the outside, feminine on the inside. This is Jungian psychology. So we're all androgynous in truth. And so we all want to be balanced in our male and female energy. If people were practicing this in the world, there'd be no war, and we'd be in the golden age of Aquarius. So for each one of us, it's really important to embrace the softer side, to embrace our feminine side. And this is the side that doesn't control. This is the side that flows. This is the side that receives, right? So with Mars in this area of spirituality, it is an opportunity to be intuitive, be psychic, be receptive, be spiritual, and look at what you love and value and see the mystical side to it. So see the mystical side to life. See the mystical side to what you love and what you value, your resources, your talents, gifts, and abilities. And especially don't be pushing at them. It's more about receiving with this energy. Now when it squares Saturn, and that's an opportunity for you to look at resources and how are you using your resources to get what you want. When it merges with Neptune, then you want to keep an eye on your checkbook, because Neptune bends reality, and Neptune can create like illusion, and for you it's in your money, your checking account, your resources, and you want to make sure you're on top of those things. Maybe that too, you know, is like what's pushing you to be, you know, controlling this month. But again, Mars will pass by fast, and there isn't like, you know, a dire warning or anything like that. It's more of, have you balanced your checkbook? Are you looking at your checkbook? See, that's what Saturn wants you to do. Saturn wants you to look at the details and pay attention to the details. Neptune's like, oh, what do we need details for? Those two don't like each other. Saturn does not like, you know, Saturn likes reality, he likes structure, he likes boundaries. Neptune has no use for any of that. And so when they square each other, it's very challenging. And Mars is pulling them in together because Mars is first crossing Saturn and then merging with Neptune. So Neptune's going to win on this one. And so that's why you want to make sure the devil's in the details, that you are balancing your checkbook, you know where all your accounts are, you know where the money's going, and that no one's getting in there that doesn't belong there. Boundaries go away. Saturn's saying, watch your boundaries, you know, and Neptune's saying, what do you need those for? And so you do, and especially when it comes to your resources, you always want to be on top of that. You always want to know where it's going, and you don't want to give that power away to anybody else. No one's going to look out for your money better than you are, Aquarius. So look out for it, and then you're fine. Having Mars in this area can increase income. There could also be a hidden expense that you didn't know about with Mars here. However, you will have the money to pay, because with Mars in this area, it empowers you to make more money. And the more you hustle, the more you make, right? Mars is action. The more you take action, the more you create income. So just pay attention around the 19th. And that's going to be an intense day too, because the moon's in Capricorn squaring Uranus and Pluto. See what I mean by as the faster planets come along, they hit each other, they hit the Pluto, or they hit the Uranus, which hits the Pluto and hits the Uranus, and it's game on. And so for you, it has to do with your style of thinking, your style of communicating, as well as how you're getting in your own way, how you're limiting yourself, how you're holding yourself back. Now, the sun enters Aquarius the next day. See, that's why I'm saying, like, you know, you can have a day where it's like, ugh, but then the next day it's great. So, sun moves into your sign on the 20th. Happy birthday. Moon moves into your sign on the 20th. Happy birthday. And it's the first supermoon of the year. You guys, Aquarius, you have a fabulous new moon. You get one new moon and one full moon a year. And you have an awesome new moon. The sun goes into Aquarius, it's at 0 degrees 9 minutes. Then the moon goes into Aquarius, it's at 0 degrees 9 minutes. Saturn is the only planet aspecting this new moon. And he's sextiling it, pouring positive energy into it. Saturn is supporting your projects. Saturn is supporting your goals. Saturn is supporting you. Saturn is supporting any initiative you make. So don't worry about what other people are doing or not doing. You take action. You make things happen. You get in the driver's seat. Don't wait on others. You get in that driver's seat and you go. That's what this moon is saying for you. It's fabulous. It's fantastic. This is your new moon for 2015, and it's the first new moon of the year, and it's a supermoon, which means it's extra powerful, extra delicious, extra yummy, because the moon is closest to the earth in direct alignment with the sun of the earth at the time of the new moon. I love this new moon. It's fabulous. And your ruling planet is direct. And your traditional ruling planet, Saturn, is loving on you, Aquarius. Saturn's loving on you here. And 0 degrees is new beginnings. It's new starts. And it's supported. And there's nothing blocking it, which means there's nothing blocking you except you getting in your own way. And that's really what Pluto and Uranus are trying to show you is, how do you get in your own way? Right? And so think about that, right? And you get this fabulous new moon, which is, you know, the foundation for the new year. It's so good. And it's a supermoon. Powerful new beginnings, powerful fresh starts, powerful, supportive, awesome, fabulous, wonderful. I love it. I love telling you. Now the next day, Mercury goes retrograde. I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. And so Mercury is retrograding at 17 degrees Aquarius on January 21st to 1 degree Aquarius on February 11th. Now, if you want to start a new business or a new project, I say wait until February 12th to start, because when Mercury's retrograde, the devil is in the details. And it's in your own sign, and I know when it's retrograde in my sign, it's so hard for me. Now, this is going to be one of the easier Mercury retrogrades because Mercury rules Gemini, and like you, intellectual, air sign, brainy, and so he is as happy as a pig in poop in Aquarius. So even though he's retrograde, it's not going to be as brutal as some of them. However, your brain is going into the subconscious, and your brain, you may find it challenging to just do detailed things. So go with the flow, keep a sense of humor, be so happy it's your birthday, be so happy you've got a fabulous new moon chart. And it's just, you know, Mercury retrogrades 3 times out of the year and for 10 weeks. And, you know, we can't stop life and we can't stop living for almost 3 months, you know, 2.5, 3 months. So, you know, do what you got to do. However, remember, the devil's in the details, and you can think you made that email message, or you can think you made that phone call. You put something here and then it's not there, or, you know, they didn't get the message or they didn't get the call. That's just Mercury having fun with you. And that's why you want to keep a sense of humor, because it is funny. You know what I mean? Like, the things we get upset about, you know, is just amazing. And how reliant we are on technology is so scary. You know what I mean? Like, we are so reliant on it now. And it breaks down. It doesn't always work. It doesn't always do what it promises to do. And it can make you feel cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at times. You know, it's just crazy making. you know, when Skype's not working, or, you know, Google or whatever, you know, is not working, and you're trying to use it, and you're trying to get business done or function. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a retrograde, and you have so much going for you this year, and you have a fabulous new moon here. So, you know, don't take it personal. You know, ride the wave. You know, go with the flow. Double check the details. Triple check the details. And, you know, let everybody do what they're doing. Now, Venus enters Pisces on the 27th, and then the Sun is going to couple with Mercury on the 30th. So with Venus in your sign all month, you're going to look good, you're going to feel good, opportunities are going to be brought to you, travel opportunities, educational opportunities, potential relationship from a distance brought to you. Then she goes into your money house. So money's going to be good for you, even with Mercury retrograde. And then when the Sun is coupling with Mercury on the 30th, pay attention to important messages coming to you from the universe. Okay? Especially around the Cancer full moon, going with the flow, not getting caught up in emotional drama. It's not even your nature. So if you notice you're doing that, watch yourself like, whoa, I'm acting like someone else, right? This is not me, right? So that's when you know you're walking away from yourself. And so pull yourself back. And then the fabulous Aquarius new moon, you're going to be like totally receiving messages, totally. And synchronicities are going to be lining up, profound insights. And I mean, it is just on for you. 20th on. And so this is a really important time for you, because while the energies are in Capricorn and Cancer, you want to be getting ready for your birthday cycle. Before you get your birthday, 6 weeks before your birthday, you get all of the lessons of the entire solar year in that last 6 weeks leading up to your birthday. On your birthday, you get the new solar energy for the new year. And so in the Cancer Capricorn time, it's time for you to meditate. It's time for you to go with the flow, practice being in the feminine side of receiving and waiting. And because it's not always appropriate to be action and doing, right? The world is too male. That's the challenge. We want to be balanced in our male and female energy. Receiving, waiting, listening, meditating, being here now. That way you are increasing your health, well-being, and vitality. And if you notice your energy is drained around the 4th, that's the universe saying, you know, detach and go within and take care of you, and let everybody else take responsibility for what they need to be doing and what they're promising to do. And then the energy moves into Aquarius and the spotlight's on you, and you've got Saturn loving on you. And so that's opening up new opportunities, new money coming to you through the business you own or the company you work for, new goals, sudden opportunities, sudden breakthroughs, sudden windfalls, hopes and wishes coming true. It's fantastic. You have so much to look forward to this year. So much is happening. And you're going to begin to get a taste of it here in January when the Sun enters your sign. Maybe you get a little bit of it with Venus and Mercury already in there too. So you could be feeling it January 1st on. It's just that first full moon is very intense, especially for the cardinal signs. You know, and again, it's not about you, but you know, you've got Capricorns in your life, Cancers in your life. These people are in our lives, and they're really going through it. And so, but if you're taking care of yourself and you're remaining objective, then you're just riding the wave. You're just riding the wave, and you're getting ready for your cycle, your birthday cycle. That is, wow. I mean, you've got a phenomenal new moon. What a way to go into the new year. What a way to have a birthday. And so, new starts, new beginnings, new opportunities, you know, to travel, new opportunities to launch a new project, launch a new business. And like I said, if you could just wait till that February 12th, you'll be glad you did. I know life goes on, business goes on. We have to live. We have to do, but when it comes to starting a new business or a new job or a new project, if you can wait till the 12th, it would benefit you because it's all forward moving now. And it's an exciting time for you, though. It's really about, you're going to feel supported and you're going to feel empowered. And the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it, right? And so a sextile requires action. But if you take action, you get positive results. And this new moon is saying, take action. It's just so interesting how the new moon is like, take action. And then the next day, Mercury retrogrades. But again, you have to take action. You have to set your intention for what you want to create this solar year for you. And, you got to ride the Mercury retrograde. That's all you can do. So for those of you looking for love, it's on all year. Jupiter is there for you. Jupiter is in that area of partnership and relationship. Venus is in your sign. So you could be meeting someone new. And, Mercury in your sign could bring someone from your past back to you, but it could be fun and very enjoyable. So for those of you committed, it looks good. You always want to work on the relationship. You never just want to take your relationship for granted. You always want to work on it. And so that's good to do, is work on things. Health, pay attention to your health. If you're feeling drained, especially around that full moon on the 4th, the 5th, then that means the universe is saying, detach. You're too attached to what other people are doing or not doing. And let it go. Let go. Because the spiritual part of you is growing too. Capricorn is in a very spiritual part of your life, and you want to be focused more on that than what others are doing or not doing. It's like focusing on your inner being, focusing on your spirituality, and then that way you're feeling really grounded and ready for this new fabulous solar year. And wow, Aquarius, what a start you're getting with this phenomenal new moon. That's yours. So happy birthday. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plus in my podcast, Aquarius. You're so awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your solar return chart or your transits coming up here, what your year ahead of 2015 is, it's very easy. You go to my astrology link in the show more section. You go to my astrology page, you purchase your session. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule. You get scheduled. Or if you're interested in coaching, you got a project you want to work on, or a new business idea, or a new job opportunity, you go to my coaching page, you purchase your session. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule. You get scheduled, and we are coaching you. So until next time, Aquarius, happy birthday! Who cares if the sky cares to fall in the sea? Who cares what banks fell at Yonkers? As long as you've got the kiss that conquers, why should I care? My life is one long jubilee, as long as I care for you and you care for me.